we might have 3 people, and so someone may drive past a section that's not done. They'll get started. We've also decided to come in on snow days at 6 a.m. instead of 7 a.m. So we're trying to keep up with it. We think with this new on-call system, that'll be a lot better. It's hard to get someone there when they have a plan to take the weekend off and it snows, Sunday all day. So, but that's what we're implementing on the snow removal. I think we've taken 30 dump truck loads of snow out of town. Just to put it in perspective, that if we wouldn't have moved that, then I don't know where the snow would go. So it's probably a little unique year with the amount of snow and the time we're getting it, but we are trying to get that. So any suggestions on that? That's how we're moving forward.
And I think this worked pretty well for the most part, but
Yeah.
but maybe, I guess that was my concern is the school districts, they have theirs all cleared, people in school get there. And I don't expect it all to be done, but, like I said, 8 south, where they cross the 2 crosswalks.
Sure, the priority area is good. And I
And
think
the high school.
The safe walking routes.
But the rest of it, I wait till the state road gets done, so you don't.
that was my next comment. Sometimes we'll go through and clean it nice
And I've talked to them, I
Uh-huh.
talked to Gary Still today, and told him thanks for not burying us back, and so I think we're getting a little relationship going there, so they don't bury our sidewalks back, so you know what, and I think it's been a good thing.
Okay, thanks. So I think we'll concentrate on those areas that you guys seen before, and we'll get those first, and then we'll continue. And like I said, they will start a couple hours before school starts, so hopefully we can get it quick, cleared off.
And sometimes it's just snowing so hard that you can't make it, so.
Yeah, that's my
But
point.
that's fine, I mean, it's,
Yeah, we're
I think we've done
trying.
a great job.
We're trying.
So far.
The cemetery, I don't know if it's good news or bad news, but we still have a lot of customers from the cemetery, so it's been a busy winter. Golf end, we have a nice base of about 3 feet with 2 inches of fresh powder. But it's encouraging. I spoke with some golf professionals down south, and I always check their numbers this time of year to see how their winter's gone. And everyone's increased anywhere from 5 to 7%, and that's always, since I've been here, that's always carried over into us. So if we have good weather, I expect that to translate. And we have booked, matter of fact, the last 2 days we booked 2 tournaments. One was on a Sunday, which is nice for us, and then a Monday, senior citizens, 65 to 87, 90 years old, 100 of them. So the thing that's exciting is these are all people from out of Payson that come to our community and see it. So
Have you scheduled that with Scott too?
you mean is he
Well,
gonna
with
play
a
in it?
90-year-old out there swinging the club, we
Yeah.
want to have the ambulance
He's
there.
close. Any other questions or any suggestions that you have on the snow removal, just let us know and we'll concentrate on those areas.
Okay, thanks. Any other staff?
I want to give you a few updates. First of all, with UAMPS, we've had some good meetings on solar power, and basically where we're starting with the work they've done is come now into our court and putting together do a rate study, cost of service study, and Murray has already begun that process. All the Compass cities are in the process of doing one. And I've been working with Joel up there in Lehigh, and they're wanting to do one also starting towards the end of February. And if we parallel with them, it'll save us about $5,000 cost. So we've been looking at a budget that's about $20,000 to do the full study. It'll not only look at all the rates, but also help us determine how to deal with solar generation. So we hope to have that on its way. And this guy's out of Michigan. He does a lot of public power all across the country. I was very impressed as I got the chance to meet with him. So we're looking at doing that. And then we also received word on the San Juan project. We actually got some good news now. The new coal contracts have been signed, and so we'll see a huge reduction in our coal costs. of San Juan. Once that was triggered, all the other agreements to keep it operational until 2022 take effect, including our rebate from California employees that pulled out of that negotiation setting there. And they're basically going to repay us our share of the cost for upgrading them, their quality and SCRs that were put up on that plant. Payson's share on that was about $300,000. So we'll get that money over the next 12 to 15 months to repay. So that looks like that resource will be available for us, so at least that point in time. Taking a look at it. So anyway, some things. Thanks.
Any other staff?
No water report or nothing?
So for the youth city council, we recently went to the state capitol building for our legislative day, and we learned a lot, and we got to meet with our house representative of this area, and we got to talk with him and some of the things that are going to be happening. And we are also currently gonna start doing a fundraiser, and we'll let you know more what's gonna happen, but we're working with the Dream Factory, and we're helping 2 little girls from Payson who have leukemia and a rare heart disease. So, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Waterman?
Yes, Mayor and Council, I was trying to go under the radar today, but it didn't work. We had 54 inches of snow yesterday. We lost, according to SnowTel, we lost 2 inches yesterday. I don't know how, but that's what it's just what it says. We're 116% on the precipitation and 119 on the snow water equivalent. So it's the best it's been in about 5 years. So we are above average. So hopefully it won't get hot quick or anything and melt at all. But it's looking good so far. So.
Do you anticipate the reservoir filling back up, or what do you think?
You know, I don't know what percentage we would need to get to fill that up, but obviously it's a good sign that it's above, so hopefully I'll at least get a lot closer if it doesn't make it, so. But yeah, I don't know what that exact, watershed is, or how much we'd have to actually have where we're at, but we do actually have, I went through and took the survey shots that Brent and Aaron had done years ago and calculated what the per foot storage is in every lake up there. So now, once we go up there in the spring, we can actually kind of determine how much water is up there. So that'll be something we haven't really had the opportunity to do before. So.
Plus with the well, we might change when we start having to pull.
Yeah, because the golf course can now obviously go off of the well instead of pulling out the canyon, so we'll see how that affects it. So. But the well house is getting built right now, so we'll just see with the weather how fast they can get that done, and hopefully we'll make it for the spring, but it is under construction. So. Unless you have any other questions?
We track all this, we're gonna track all this. When we pull from the upper reservoirs and stuff, yes, we kind of have some data to go off of.
Just how much we're using?
When the poll dates, when we keep track of all that, so we kind of can look at past and what's happening with the well and stuff.
Yeah, we can. I don't know how much we've done in the past, so I don't know how much we'll be able to compare it, but we can start tracking that.
Okay, any other staff? Seeing none? Scott?
I just want to reiterate how much I appreciate getting the sidewalks plowed, because it's to me it's made this town look better, and I think if we lead by example, it's going to help all the way around. So I think it's a good thing. I've seen the streets department out patching potholes. If people have a big pothole or something, please call Debbie at 5217 and report it, and they'll get it fixed. That's all I have. Thanks.
Brian?
Yeah, I went to a meeting, the same one Carl did with Petite and Eat, and we had I just lost my thing on that. Anyway, we had the volunteer hours, like over 5,000 hours, so I'd just like to thank the people at T-Neat, the volunteers, for all that they do to keep that thing running. And also, on May 14th, there's an antique and appraisal show they're gonna have there. I think it's like the Antique Road Show that you see on TV, so they're gonna have that there, and you can bring your items to be appraised for $5, so that ought to be a really fun event here in Payson. And also, they wanted to thank the city for helping take down the Christmas lights. That was a big help for them, so that's all I have.
Okay. Doug?
Is the antique show being, are we advertising now?
I don't think they started advertising or anything, but we need to really get this out in the county. I think it'll be big deals.
I just want to reiterate what Scott said. I appreciate the road crews and everybody for taking care of the snow. I know it seems like no matter what you do, somebody's upset, but I think they've done a really good job, and I appreciate them talking as well and working through those situations that we have as the public addresses them. I met with SUBPS for the first time. It was a good meeting. They're a smart group of individuals, and they've got a lot of catching up to do to figure out all the electrical stuff. It was a good meeting.
Okay, Mike?
A couple of items, I should say not a couple, about 4 here. The chamber, and Lou, maybe you can tell us if I say something wrong, but they did have to cancel the February 11th banquet due to the fact that they had problems with the reservation out at
EA?
the VA. I believe it's the 23rd, isn't it?
26th,
26th? I'm glad you were here. to
Friday
tell
the
us that.
26th.
So if you'd like to sign up and come, it should be a good evening. I want to thank Ron Crump for meeting with the group of citizens who were concerned with the lighting on 600 East. He did that after hours, and we had a good conversation. I think we're going to be able to see some increase in the amount of lighting on 600 East. I want to thank all the staff. I think the staff's done a terrific job of addressing the needs and the issues that come up with from the citizens, and I'd like to thank you for all your hard work. And strangely enough, the trouble we're having with plowing and so forth, I think is good news from the standpoint we have a lot of water up in the mountains. So I just wanted to thank them for the hard work, particularly on trying to get the streets cleaned in a timely fashion.
Okay. I just had a couple of things. Again, we've done the Taylor Elementary note program tonight. I'd really like to thank the police department for taking that, and what a great program that is for the kids to learn what is wrong and what's right, and how to make decisions. And it's fun to see how the kids get excited about it and how they interact with our officers, and also the officers, how much enthusiasm they have with it. So I think it's a great program, and I appreciate all that they do and the time that they put into it. Second, I do would like to thank all of the plow drivers and that. I know it's not a fun job when you have to get up and 3 o'clock in the morning and go out and plow and be out there all morning and then get beat up all day. So, these guys do put in a lot of hours. There's only so many miles that they put on them trucks at a time, and they do a good job. So, again, they've done an excellent job as far as I'm concerned on that. And then police, I've noticed what we've had during our snowstorms and that, and our public safety going out and taking care of accidents. And I know we've had some out on the freeway and here and there, and so these guys have to go out and stand in the middle of a highway or a freeway in the middle of a snowstorm, and that isn't a pleasant thing. So I'd like to appreciate them guys for doing the job that they're doing and putting their lives out there. So last but not least, 2 Tuesday night, or Tuesday afternoon, we will be having a meeting with Salem and discussing the sewer plant some more, what we're doing and how we're gonna do it. Meeting with the Salem City mayor and whatnot to see what their stand is and kind of where we want to go with this. So hopefully we'll be getting a little closer to figuring out what's going on, who's going to be participating in what, who wants to go where. So it's just kind of a long process. So that's Tuesday, and I haven't got a time yet. So. And other than that, that's all I've got. So we will go ahead and close the council and staff reports. And we will go to the scout attendance certificates. I'll turn that over to Brian.
I'd like to thank the scouts that came tonight. It's a good learning opportunity for them. And so when they give civic service when they get older. So, we'd like to have them come up here, get their certificate, and then go down and shake hands with all the council. So Carter Workman, Isaac Webster, Jared Edmond, and Justin Reno. Okay, thank you. Okay. Did we miss any scouts that are here that we didn't get certificates to? Great. Thanks for coming.
And we'd like to thank the scout leaders for bringing them. I know it's a night out of your going home and watching TV, so and resting and relaxing and kind of sitting by the fire. So we do appreciate all your volunteering and your help with that. So, okay, next thing is the proclamation for the future farmers of America. And Dave, I have got a copy of that. Sure. Have you got a copy of that? Okay. I'll read that and then we'll okay. Proclamation says, whereas FFA and agricultural education provides a strong foundation for the youth of America and the future of the food, fiber, and natural resources system. And whereas FFA promotes premier leadership, personal growth, and career success among its members. And whereas agricultural education and FFA ensure a steady supply of young professionals to meet the growing needs in the science, business, and technology of agriculture. And whereas the FFA model, learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, and living to serve, gives direction and purpose to the students who take an active role in succeeding in agricultural education. Whereas FFA promotes citizenship, volunteerism, patriotism, and cooperation. Therefore, I do desire this week of February 20th to 27th, 2016 as FFA week. Is there any discussion or a motion?
I'll make the motion that we adopt that resolution.
Okay, we do have a motion. Do we have a second? We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. We'll go ahead and sign that. And then if you guys want to come up, we can get a picture. And if the council wants to come up, well, you guys want the whole council up there, I guess, too, don't you?
Like each other.
Okay, next thing on the agenda is the CTC. Now we'll turn that over to McKenna, which has Kim, but I'll let her go ahead and do this.
Can I have Kyler Robbins come up? So Kyler is an A student who loves learning. He's a positive force at our school, always making people feel good about themselves. Kyler has a smile that never stops, and you'll never see him in a bad mood. One of his favorite hangouts is the school library, where he visits daily with our media specialists. Mount Nebo Junior High Counseling Department states that Kyler is a great young man who has great courage. He is willing to push himself to face his fears and to always go and above and beyond to help those around him. One teacher reports he's a hard worker and always tries to do his best. He is shy but very kind and is also conscientious. He remembers what he needs to do. He is the Honor Society treasurer this year. According to several of Kyler's teachers, he's a fine student who works very hard in all of his classes, and he's so friendly and kind to those around him. He has great school spirit and makes education enjoyable for those around him. Kyler is one of the great students walking the halls of Mount Nebo Junior High. Heather Skousen come up. So Heather, she currently has a 4.0. For her community service, she serves at the Veterans Home. She feeds the homeless. She volunteered at the Payson Temple Open House. She is a Laurels president for an LDS ward and volunteered at a horse ranch for 2 months. Some extra activity she does is she's in the chamber choir, concert choir, social dance, National Honor Society, the choir council, and Hope Squad. One of her peers said, Heather is very hardworking, she's a friend to all, and she is very giving. I've loved getting to know her. She is someone that is easy to talk to and is someone that people look up to. I'm glad I gotten to know her. Can I have Alan Gomez come up? So when Alan started school, he spoke almost no English, and he had a hard time when Alan started school, he spoke almost no English, and I had to translate almost all my notes and assignments into Spanish. I allowed him to write his answers in Spanish, and my wife read them. He did well. Then Alan started speaking to me with a little English, making real effort to learn the language and my class material, still while earning better grades than much of my class who speak English. Later, of his own choice, he told me not to give him work in Spanish anymore, and he was doing my English assignments and writing his answers in English. It has been impressive. He also is a role model to other ESL students for hard work and effort can improve their situation both academically and in life. Alan has been a great student this year. He is very caring about those around him and makes the best of every situation. He has overcome many challenges like learning English. He is constantly striving to improve himself through diligent work and study. I believe Alan will continue to serve his community well through his education and great ethic.
We're going to translate this into Spanish so his family can understand it.
Hi, my name is Lupe Muñoz. I'll be translating for Alan Gomez. Okay. Cuando en la escuela Alan comenzó, no sabía mucho inglés y toda la clase básicamente estaba escrita en inglés. Apuntes y tareas, los otros tareas que tenía era muy difícil para él, pero poco a poco Alan con el tiempo comenzó a hablar inglés y ya no pedía las tareas en español. Él fue haciendo las tareas a pesar de todos los obstáculos que tenía en la escuela. Nos sorprendió qué rápido Alan comenzó a sacar buenas calificaciones y grados. Él no sabía mucho, pero cuando necesitaba buscar algo, buscaba en Google. Le traducía en inglés al español. Alan Gómez me tocó conocerlo este año y lo que le puedo decir a la familia de Alan Gómez es que es una persona muy estudiada y muy diferente a los que miro en mi clase. Muchos de aquí saben inglés y aunque sepan inglés no sacan los grados que saca Alan Gómez. En eso quiero reconocer el ejemplo que Alan es para muchos otros estudiantes y estamos muy orgullosos y contentos de él.
Council, want to come down, we'll get a picture. You guys come over here. Thank you, Tyson. We appreciate these students for all they do, and this is a neat program, having them and seeing the positive that there is out there. So, the next thing on the agenda, if I get my glasses back on, is the Chamber Business of the Month, and I'll turn that to Lou.
Mayor and Council, I'm Lou Balamas. I'm representing the Chamber of Commerce. First of all, Mike mentioned it, that we will be having our installation banquet on the 26th of February, and you guys are all invited to that. It's $25 single, $45 for a couple. We hold it at the Veterans Home, and they'll be catering it, so it should be a good evening. For Business of the Month this month for February, we have a member of Chamber that's been a member of the Chamber for quite a few years. He's been an active member of the Chamber and also active with helping the community, trying to make business better for others. He's independent associate for Legal Shield, and we're grateful to give the Business of the Month to Maurice Evans for choosing.
You want a picture?
Yeah, we could.
Okay. Green Scott's one picture.